up, you guys? Thanks for joining me for part 2 of the garage remodel. If you haven't seen part 1, I'm gonna put a link up here. Make sure to go check that out and come back and watch part 2. I am so excited to get this wrapped up and to show you guys what the finished product looks like. All right, so here's the plan. We're gonna build a new desk. Instead of having 2 separate desks, I'm gonna build one long desk that's gonna run the length of my garage so I can have both my computers right next to each other and just slide back and forth when I'm editing and getting shit done. We also have internet to run, so I'm gonna have a cable going from the front of the house all the way to the garage where my desk is gonna be. Then we're gonna transition everything from my old office to the new office, and then we put up the lighting. Thanks again for joining me, guys, and let's get to work. You guys, day 2, we are halfway through the second phase of the remodel, and it's been going really good. There was a lot of shit to move, actually. 3 years in this spot, setting up systems and gear and just collecting shit. But I got it all moved, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. The new studio is gonna be way more efficient of a workspace for all my content, really, and it's gonna insert my sets that I've built more into the ecosystem of my content, which I'm really excited about. And of course, it's gonna support me streaming, which I can't wait to do with you guys. We are so close to being done, yo. I can't wait for you guys to see the finished product, so let's get back to it. The only thing left to do is the lighting, and I'm actually gonna put some outdoor light bulbs up on the main beam of the garage to illuminate the room a little bit. And then of course, I've got some LEDs I'm gonna be putting under the desk and behind my monitors that are just gonna fill the darker spaces and match the color of my rigs. All right, let's wrap this bitch up so I can show you guys the finished product. Let's go. Whispering, but here we go. 6 weeks of remodeling, a new rig, 2 reviews snuck in there, moving everything and renovating this bitch to be the best it can fucking be. Here it is, guys, check it out. All right, first up is my primary workstation, which is where I do all my gaming and a little bit of voiceover work and some editing, but this is my primary station where I capture all my footage and spend most of my time. I needed this space to be really comfortable, have a great sound system, and just catch that vibe that is gonna boost my workflow, and it totally does that. Over here on the right, we have my editing and rendering station. I don't do any gaming on this rig unless I'm capturing VR. So unless I'm in a VR game, this is only for editing, rendering, and when I dip into Photoshop to edit images or create thumbnails. Let's take a minute and do a 360 tour so I can show you guys what the whole studio looks like. First up is the infamous Left 4 Dead 2 door, which, the test chamber looks incredible, and like I mentioned, these two pieces are going to be my primary backdrop for when I'm streaming. Next up is the room lighting that I put in, and I use this outdoor lighting. These are lights that typically would get hung up like around a gazebo or a back patio. They're dimmable as well, so I can really set how light or dark I want it to be in the room. Over here we have my scoring set. Putting this set on the wall is perfect because I can just easily take my scoring desk, set it up with the foldable legs, and hit record and go. So not only does it save space, but it's really easy to set up and break down, which I'm real happy with. And up here, we are repping a little bit of Stalker because you know how we do. One last big shot of the main workstation, which overall, I'm just so pleased with, you guys. I was able to find a nice spot on the center of the main wall with some soundproofing to dampen some reflections, and it just looks dope and totally accentuates my new rig, which I'm super happy with. And last up, the final wall, my main vision board and calendar. This is where I'll be wrapping my head around all my planning, plotting, and strategizing. Guys, thank you so much for joining me and just being a part of the process of remodeling my garage and turning it into my new studio. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and it was an absolute blast sharing the whole experience with you. Before we go, I want to give a major shout out to all my patrons. Thank you guys so much for all your support. The enthusiasm and positive feedback and excitement from you guys around how this is turning out and what we're going to be doing once it's all done. It really just warms my heart, and I appreciate your patience because I know a lot of games have come out and I'm a little bit behind, so I've got some catch up to do, but yo, this bitch is done and I ain't got nothing else to do but crank out some content for you. If you have any questions about any part of the process, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know. I would love to hear from you, whether it's the gear that I used or how I remodeled something, or the components I used in my rig, or why I made this decision instead of something else. Just let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next Gurhm's Garage. Peace.